The world of esports may be a mystery or something very common to you. On this, the Juhadre podcast in association with Rated R Esports, we're going to talk a lot about it. So without further ado, let's jump right into our episode. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Juhadre. I am Juhadre.
I am Alvatross.
And we are doing episode number 15 today.
Woo!
Alvatross. Yeah.
Hold on, let me do that again. Woo!
I don't understand. Were you just matching a sound for a meme or something?
It's from a TV show. Anybody that hears that's going to know what I'm talking about.
Alright. Well, good. Albatross, we have a couple things that we need to talk about. First of all, when this comes out...
am I getting fired now?
You're not getting fired.
I'm just kidding.
We've done all this work with the two of us. Why
then you're fired, you asshole!
Well, guys, I just got fired, so there's that.
You can't get fired. You're technically the boss because they came to you with it.
Well, you just yelled I got fired. Or was it the hypothetical?
It was the hypothetical.
Oh, okay, I got you. No, that's not what's happening. However... by the time this episode comes out, I'm pretty sure Christmas will be over.
It should.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
It better be over. Oh man, I've got a 2-year-old, so I'm ready for the Christmas tree to come down.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a blast. I haven't even set mine up yet.
You always go buy a new one every year.
Yeah, I haven't bought it yet. We normally do it the first week of December, but
we were in California.
Exactly, and we just haven't done it yet. So we're going this Saturday morning. Tomorrow morning.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
I got a ward party tomorrow morning, so apparently it starts at 10 and Santa Claus shows up at 11:30.
In the morning?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, why are we having the party an hour and a half before Santa shows up?
Because they want people to mingle, I guess. I don't know.
I don't care to mingle sometimes.
Next one is the episode we record after Christmas. It will be into the new year.
It will.
So... we have little surprises in the last couple weeks of 2019.
Yes, we have been coming together to actually see what we can do to make Season 2 better.
Indeed. As everyone saw...
we can't be like Rick and Morty where it's just all awesome.
I wish we could be, though.
I'm only saying that because you're watching Season 4 without me.
I am. I
gotta watch it.
Yes, you do. Anyway, we tweeted out a little bit. We went to the recording studio. I will send out those pictures today while I'm watching some League of Legends. Yeah,
oh, we sent a few of those.
I sent a few, but
let's talk about that for a second. The recording studio. Mm-hmm. At first we thought it was in a different part of Salt Lake City.
Yes.
But then when you double check the address before we went, it happens that this place ended up sharing a wall with the crappy place we went to last time. We're not going to say names.
Mm-hmm. But it was...
This one was way better, but it's funny because the guy that we recorded with this time totally said that those guys were a bunch of dipshits.
He did say those exact words, and it was honestly, scary.
He actually knew what he was doing.
He did.
He made me so confident when he just threw all that together and he was zipping through it. Mm-hmm. He wasn't talking up his machine and saying I can make it sound like anything and then not being able to do it.
I think the funniest part was when I called him, I said, hey, what was the name of your place? He told me the name. I was like, okay... because it looks like it's right next to this other place. And he's like, oh, no, not those guys. It's right next door, though. So
yeah.
I hope you don't have PTSD when you get to the parking lot. I said, oh, no. It's okay.
I did.
You did?
No. No, but I just looked at the door and I was like, that was just crap. Yeah. But what they should tell you is, hey, we don't do rock and roll or alternative. We only record hip-hop artists, which is way easier to create. Because you're just doing a voiceover track over a music track. That's it.
Yeah.
For the most part. There is more to it, I know, but it's the completely different process. Anyways.
But overall, yes, it was a very, very good experience. I took the recording home. I immediately downloaded it, uploaded it to our OneDrive for the band, and I showed it to my wife, and she almost melted because it was so much better.
Oh, it sounds amazing.
So good.
I tried showing it to our coworkers at work, and then the crappy speakers on my laptop did no justice at all.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. But in other news, okay, so tonight you are watching a different team play.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So during a couple episodes ago, we talked about how Rated R's league team is taking a break. You know, we're doing holidays and doing an off season.
Then we're getting ready to come to an end of the break.
Yes. And this leads right into what I wanted to focus on today, topic-wise. So what happened was I said, "Okay, everybody, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to California for a week. Or wait, no. This next week is Thanksgiving, so I'm not doing anything. The week after that, I'm going to California. The week after that, I am recovering. And then come this third week in December, I'm going to start putting things into motion. So take a break, do what you do, practice. We're going to hold tryouts to make sure we get the best team." And one of my players said, "Are you okay if I, put a team together?" I'm like, sure. And so he did it, man. He found 4 other guys, put a full roster together, started scrimming, started practicing.
Now, when you say put a team together, let's clarify. He didn't put a team where he's coaching. He put, again, other players where he is in the team.
Yes, he is.
And you're still the manager on top of it.
Correct.
Yes.
And when they were playing a little bit, they signed up for a tournament, a league.
And how did they do?
They're not done yet. I'm going to go watch them tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. That's what you're going to go watch tonight.
But I will say this. A smaller organization picked them up for that tournament. Mm-hmm. And when he told me that, he's like, "But don't worry, because all 5 of us are on board with the moment this is over, getting right back on with Rated R." And I said,
"That's really good."
It's really good, but it's more than that. Because everything that we tried to do throughout all of last year with our team never amounted to much. The synergies, the dedication, the attitude, everything there, it was missing. But this one right now, these 5 guys are all on the same page. They show up to practices. They show up to league games. They're in it, and they're ready to just put on a jersey.
It's just a completely different mindset when you all have the same goal.
And see, that's what I wanted to talk about today is attitude. Because when I said, "I am not doing anything," instead of saying, "Well, this is good free time," he chose to put a team together, practice, and make sure that he is a shoo-in for the next season.
That's awesome to see. I mean, as a manager, that's got to make you feel really good.
I can't tell you how good it makes me feel.
Well, that's good. I mean,
right.
So, do the other players know?
No, he's kept it pretty compartmentalized. He would direct message me and ask me questions and things and say, "What do you want?"
No. I meant the other players that were on the team beforehand.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Now is this going to branch off to 2 teams or?
No. Here's the deal. What I said before the break was, when we come back, we're going to hold tryouts and we're going to put together the best team we can. If you make it, you make it. If you don't.
So come back, you guys want to be on the team, you got to retry out.
Exactly.
Same thing like in high school, you got to retry out.
Every single time.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer in earning things. I don't think that anyone is ever just safe or grandfathered in, because there will always be someone better. Always. And I've gone through multiple scenarios in my head. Even if you're the number 1 challenger player in whatever region, there are still 4 major regions that you then need to prove that you're the number 1.
Well,
and
with esports growing, that's a very good mentality to have.
Yeah.
There's always going to be the next generation coming up.
Not even just the next generation.
Well, I mean,
think about your same generation. Think about that, because in League of Legends in particular, there are 5 different positions, right?
Yes.
So if you're the number 1, let's say bot laner, that does not mean you're the number 1 jungler. So you're not the best. There will always be someone else. And so what this particular player decided to do with his break was
build a team
and prove that he is the someone better, and put together a team to be the someone better. That is the attitude of a winner, Alvatross.
I love it. It's just amazing. Again, so all I can think about in my head is exactly what a podcast I listen to by Gary Vee. I actually don't know how to pronounce his last name because he's not from United States, but he's an amazing. He gets it. Mm-hmm. And one of the biggest things he says is, "Dude, if you're good at something, go do it. If you want something, go get it."
Exactly.
You got to do it. And so to hear your player, I actually don't know his name. I don't know if you want to say his name.
I don't.
Right now. Okay, that's fine. I don't even know. So behind the microphone, I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I didn't ask. But anyways, to see that actually This is what I want. I'm going to make it happen over this break while I have time. I mean, he just might have set himself up for, a good future.
I agree. But so now let's contrast that because we are trying to put together 2 teams.
Yes.
Now, this one that was already built is a blessing because that means we don't have to do a whole lot of work for it. We're still going to hold the tryout because we need adequate substitutes.
And it is fair.
And it's fair. I'm not unreasonable. We need. Thank you. We need to hold the tryout.
You're understandable, but sometimes you're very stubborn.
That I will agree with. I do agree that I am quite stubborn. But anyway, the second team we're trying to build, we don't have a whole lot of structure. We're getting with one of the higher level people, put someone who's in Challenger. And I don't know if you remember the math on how many people are Challenger in North America.
Nope, don't play.
It's like 300 people in the whole North American region, not including multiple accounts from professionals.
Okay.
So, very talented player.
Yeah, okay, so obviously, because there's a lot of players in the United States.
So when we were talking about putting that roster together, we also brought on someone up in the upper echelons, not quite Challenger, but very, very high ranked.
Yes.
And in his experience and in this player's experience, they said, listen, if we're going to do this, a lot of the talent we're trying to bring on needs something, needs an incentive and a reason to get on and stay on with a group other than the possibility of winning.
Okay, no, I get that, because if it's always a possibility of winning, you need more than that.
I don't.
You don't?
Personally, no, I don't. Thinking about it this way, if someone is willing to front your fees, set you up the practices, give you coaching, all of that for free, would you not want to put in 100%?
I would.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Somebody's backing me up. I might as well make it worth it for them.
And that's what I'm saying, is that is how my brain works. And so when I was told this, I was like, why? Shouldn't it be good enough to just be the best you can be, to prove that you belong on an organized team and rise through the ranks and get this team together and become something? Is that not good enough for people anymore? And the answer was no. Plain isn't.
Not. I mean, the whole entire mentality of the whole gaming world's changing.
Exactly, so and that's what he was saying.
With everybody going from it's just a game to pro now, I mean, it's going from game is life as a joke to game is life.
Right.
So, I mean, with that mentality of, no, if this guy's going to back me up, I'm going to give my 100%, I'm with you.
And so it was what finally cemented it in my brain, because it was frustrating to hear that, but then he said it's all a perspective thing, because look at professionals, look at streamers, look at academy, look at, all of that. They're earning millions of dollars.
Can be, yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Pros and streamers, current pros and current streamers that are successful earn millions of dollars. And so what everyone thinks is, if I do that, I can earn that. They're leaping across the what it takes to get to that point.
Which is why we went back to, one of our first episodes in like the beginning of the season. Consistency and actually doing it.
Right. And so when we're trying to put together a team, the chances are that the majority of the people we're going to find are young, hungry people who... And ambitiously hungry. I don't mean like physically. I don't know.
I'm physically hungry, but I knew what you meant.
That want the first opportunity to earn millions of dollars. And if they can't get that within a couple of months, then they won't feel like it's worth it.
And you bring up a good point on that. Okay, because I get what you're saying there. But all I can think about is how this new age of kids, or people, just people in general, think that just from the get-go, that they're already worth X amount of money. It's like, why?
Exactly.
And you're saying it right there is, they're expecting this, but they're skipping. They're going from A to Z and forgetting that there are 24 letters in between.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed.
And so that's what I wanted to compare right now, is the attitude of this player who, on his break, said, if I want to make this work, I'm going to make it work, to, if we're going to build a team, we need to offer them something or it won't work. And it's a very hard thing for me as a manager to have both of those things in the same organization, because I love the thought that comes from this still high ranked but lower level team that's already put together, because all 5 of these guys are in that same mindset. If we put in the work, we can be successful. Whereas, and I don't know for sure, but in our attempt to make this highest level team,
the one that you had before the break.
That one wasn't that high either.
Oh, okay.
That was a lower rank. But it's going to be harder, and I don't like that. Yeah. I'm willing to put in the work, because if you put in the work, something comes from it. But the point is it's 2 different attitudes. And I will say this. If you are considering esports, please try and have the first attitude, the first example, where putting in the work and the time and using breaks efficiently, those type of things, that's what's really going to make you a household name.
It's going to stand, you're going to stand out to others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If all you're doing is looking for another buck, no. I understand wanting to, so I know that a couple players throughout all of last season left because we weren't winning. We weren't getting anywhere. There was no recognition. And so if you're on a team like that, maybe you do need to reevaluate and such. But, keep it in your mind that it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be the first team you join. It's not going to be instant millions.
The world's still growing. You got to, especially in this field. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you got to take your time. And with him building a team, who knows what's going to come from it.
Yeah.
They're already doing good, because they're all in the same mindset, mentality.
I will say that they won what's called Clash. League of Legends players will know what it is, but basically what Clash is Riot Games, the owner of League of Legends, puts on a mini tournament where you're what's called an ELO, your level basically, your skill level.
And that's a personalized level, right? Like your own personal one?
Individual people have their own ELOs, and then there are people grouped in those ELOs. And so if you build a team within 100 points or however many, then you fight other teams that are of that same level and go through a 2-day, 6-game tournament.
Yeah.
And it's like elimination. So if you lose your game, you're out. And these guys.
So how did they do on that tournament?
They won.
They won the whole tournament?
Yeah.
That's already a plus right there.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is they did it with 2 substitutes.
That's even better.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's incredible what these guys have been able to do, what they put together, what they've practiced, what they have accomplished. And so I'm looking really forward to working with them.
Have you talked to any other people?
Any of the other members?
So any of the members that he grouped up?
Not yet, because I'm still technically on the vacation and setting everything up. I'm going to talk to them after their games tonight. That's why I want to watch.
So they're going to go. You're going to go watch their games tonight and go, I'm signing these bastards up.
I sure hope so.
And I got to be honest. I hope the best for you. I mean,
well, thank you.
You signed that contract a while back this year, and October. It is October. I didn't know if you wanted to say that.
Yeah, October.
Okay. And I mean, our friend group has really seen you struggle. We've seen you be excited about it, struggle with it, because not everybody's on the same mentality. Mm-hmm. People come, people go, because they're not seeing immediate results when this is going to take time. You got to work at it. But seeing this now, seeing how excited you are, makes me feel better for the direction you're going, because a lot of us worry about you.
Oh, well, thank you. And it's all a matter of that attitude, like I talked about, thinking that my attitude is all of the hard work that I have put in, all of the time and the frustrations will be worth it if I continue to work and do the best I can.
Which is what you have been doing. Right. As many times as you probably have thought to quit, you haven't. Why? Because you said, no, I've committed to this. I'm gonna do my job.
Precisely.
Because I want it to work.
Yeah. And so that's what I've been doing. And so that attitude, it's really funny, actually. I was thinking on the way over here, if we were going to talk about this, that we went through how you and I grew up very differently and have very different backgrounds, but we both have very similar attitudes to life, to the world, and to success and everything.
I have the answer to that, actually.
What is that?
Common sense. I used my freaking turn signal.
That's pretty good.
No, I get you. We did grow up differently, but I mean, it's amazing. when you can just sit and think logically.
And that's what I like about yours and my relationship. In one of our earliest episodes, you said something, I can't remember exactly how you phrased it, but it was
You're uncomfortably optimistic?
I remember that. It was the why are we friends, but we are. And that's the reason, because regardless of our backgrounds, we have similar ideals and similar attitudes toward the rest of the world. Mm-hmm. And so we get along.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Do. We get along very well.
And so thank you for having such a great attitude.
Other people think why, too. They really do.
But that's what it is, though, is you and I have very similar attitudes toward everything, I think is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
And so what success have you seen because of this attitude you have?
Okay, I feel like you're hinting at it.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm just throwing out the question.
Well, because I'm... This is going to be cheesy from that 70s show. Because I'm loyal, hardworking, and experienced. With me, I mean, I got a podcast going. I've been consistent with it. We've been doing it. And we've actually got some good reviews on it. Now, it's not going to be for everybody. Oh, well. But for the first time in my life, with all my hard work, because I'm just like, I got to create a name for myself, just as your teammates need to make a name for themselves. Somebody went out of line and called me about a position at work that she got in trouble for telling me about without permission. And so I got offered a position before the position was even open at work.
Well,
and that made me feel really good.
Yeah.
Because my attitude is, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to give it my all.
Right, and you have, for sure. And especially here with the podcast. You bought the microphone, you've been ready and recording with me every single week.
Dude, I totally bought that microphone. I was like, click!
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was exciting. I'm even actually getting ready to take a 2-hour course to see how to use all the programming, because our work offers it for free. Mm-hmm. They're going to pay for it, so I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah. And so, good attitude. Good attitude results.
Season 2 is going to be awesome.
Season 2 is going to be amazing.
We have many ideas. Actually, my wife was texting me earlier today. Because she was just at home all day. She didn't work till 2:30.
Wow.
Lucky. Yeah. 3.5 hour shift today.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh, shoot. I didn't mute that. Oops.
Oh, well. Hey, somebody heard something. No big deal. Anyways, but she was texting me about just our podcast. She's like, I actually really like your guys' conversation. It's entertaining because you guys flow well. And then I was like, oh, okay, thank you. But I was busy at work. Right. And then she texts me randomly and goes, Spider-Man? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And all she sends back is, Proton was talking about how you can tell. And I was like, oh, I remember exactly what she's talking about now. Oh, yeah. See, look at it. I just click in your head.
It took me a second. I was like, we didn't talk about Spider-Man. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. If you go back to our From San Diego...
Spider-Man was not circumcised.
No.
I'm just like, that's hilarious. As she pointed that out, I'm just okay. She really did listen to it, because I was like, Spider-Man, what are you talking about? She like mid sentence that I'm reading, I'm like, oh yeah. Thank you, Proton.
Thank you, Proton.
that was good. That was so. No, I mean, people have been liking it. I know Sparks was liking it.
Good.
Proton's been liking it. Torchy's liking it. My wife's been liking it. I don't know if any of our friends have actually listened to it, because they're all a bunch of bums.
Oh, I think that Cobalt listens to it.
You're not a bum, Cobalt.
I'm pretty sure. I know that Bleen has tried. I don't know if he's finished everything.
He's a bum.
Yeah? Thank you, Bleen, for being everything you are to us and to our success.
I love all of my friends in special and unique ways. Especially Moose.
Especially Moose.
That guy. Anyways, yeah, so, Season 2. Okay, so, is this it?
Is this it? I think we have one more before.
Are we going to do that? Because this one's going to come out the last Friday of 2019.
I want to record one as a
last of last.
Yeah, like a little gift.
Okay,
to our listeners.
You all heard it. We're going to come in for one last episode for 2019. I'm going to go out of this year the same way I came in, kicking and screaming.
I thought you were going to say like naked or something like that.
I was at your house last year. I didn't come into 2019 naked.
I thought... Dude, I totally missed what you had said there. I thought you meant into this world
That's what I meant, but because I was talking about the year, I just referenced it. I wasn't naked at the beginning of the year. I was at your house dressed.
You were at my house. Okay, so
I was dressed.
Let's try that again. Start back at the...
I'm going to go out of this world dressed like I came into this world dressed. How's that?
You said world instead of year.
Damn it. Oh, man. My mouth runs way faster than my brain does.
It happens.
But we all knew that.
We all know that.
Anyways, we got one more episode for you this year, and then on to season 2.
On to season 2, where we will have a Juhadre Twitter. But until then, check us out individually at Juhadre,
at Alvatross17,
at rated_R_esports, at RatedRLOL, RatedREsports.com, and the YouTube page for Rated R Esports. Find all the good content that they've been putting out, and we will see you in a week.
Yeah, and I'll start saying that kind of stuff later when I get the whole mouthful figured out. You bastards, you thought we were done. We said last week we were going to do a full episode. That was only 25 minutes. Come on.
So the fun part is I'm actually going to start the outro music, and I'm going to put this in like ha,
you bastards.
Yeah, that's how it's going to go.
That'll be good. Yeah,
that'll be good.
Man, that was only 25 minutes. Come on. I could talk forever.
I think we both can. We have a lot of things to talk about. The hard part though is keeping mostly on topic.
Screw that. I'm an off-topic guy. I mean, my grandma once, she told me, and I'm going to say it, I apologize ahead of time. She says my name, so I'm just going to use, Albatross, just shut up! So I went and sat down on the stairs. I was like maybe 3 or 4. I just love to talk. And she never lets that whole situation die, but she used my actual name.
Yeah.
But, okay. Now I'm trying to think, because
because you love to talk, but there aren't things to talk about. So what about this, Albatross? 2019 is coming to a close, like we've already talked about. What are some of your highlights? Can we do like a top 5 Albatross moments of 2019?
But this isn't the last episode.
No.
Okay, fine. My highlights. Let's look at this. I finally moved closer to work. Now instead of having 7,000 lights between me and work, there's only one.
Okay.
Instead of an hour and a half to work, it takes me 18 minutes to get to work if I walk.
I was going to say, it takes less than that.
It took me 18 minutes to walk.
Huh.
And both times I walked, there was a really, really hot, I think she was a dental assistant that was walking down the street. I don't know what is about women in scrubs.
Yeah, I feel.
That was amazing.
I feel.
But I am married, so I couldn't touch.
Anyway, that's one. You moved closer to work.
Yeah, I moved closer to work. Let's see. Bought my kid a dresser.
Okay.
He had a dresser. I just had to upgrade because, every 3 months his clothes get bigger.
Okay, so that's 2.
There's 2. New position at work.
3.
Okay, I like this one. I had to start paying a babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to start paying somebody X amount, and then she wasn't able to babysit anymore, so I got another person, and X got cut in half.
Huh. So, is that I, then, if you tilt it back up?
I think it's more like a
K or
like a really messed up Y in the way that I'm looking at it. If you slash it sideways.
All right.
But that was kind of nice. I don't know. I think the whole podcast is what really made it because, again, I was thinking for quite a while, probably a year, I want to do something rather than just work, home, and I'm not doing anything. So I was, here I am. I'm doing what I wanted to do, a podcast. What about? I don't know. I just like to talk.
So I'm gonna count that as 4 because the babysitter thing and the dresser, you helped improve your son's life.
I really have improved his damn life, and he sometimes doesn't deserve it. Come on, when that bastard wakes up in the morning, he looks at me and goes, "No! Where's Mama?" And I'm like, "What the dude?"
So then, you're missing one that I know for a fact was a highlight of the year that you haven't said. That should be your number 5.
What is it?
It was your vacation.
My 5th year anniversary. Suck it, in-laws! I made it 5 years!
And there it is.
Yeah.
So those are the top 5 for Albatross this year?
Let me give a little bit of background on that. My in-laws, when I was engaged, my grandmother-in-law said a couple times that we wouldn't make it till 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am going 5 years very happily. I love my wife. I have no reason to leave her, and I'm going strong. So that's probably number 1.
There you go.
And not just because I proved somebody wrong, but it's because this is the only relationship I actually actually cared about.
Mm-hmm.
I hope none of my ex-girlfriends are listening to this.
Okay.
It's going to suck.
So then, your top 5.
Top 5.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I took care of my child because it's just a whole new experience.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go, so I'm going to do the whole thing. I did get to go to San Diego for my 5th year anniversary to celebrate getting 5 years. And in that, we celebrated going to the ocean, San Diego Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see the San Diego Temple. And I made some friends uncomfortable by letting him know he was on the other side of the door.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? I think a lot of the happiness and success from that is your attitude. Yay!
I have a great attitude.
You do. You do, because instead of letting all those things get to you, the long drives, the lower position at work, the doubt that people
The first
had.
thing that happened to me this year, finding out that my friend had committed suicide was just in the middle of a field.
So that's what I mean.
No, this year's
all of
been,
that.
for a lot of people, this year's been really hard. But man, I kicked it right back in the nuts.
Yes, you did. And it's because you have that positive attitude. And it doesn't matter what happens, you're goal-driven and you wanted success and you made it.
It's the only way to make it. It's like when on 4th of July, we launched that firework and it landed on my damn car.
Yeah. I forgot.
Everybody's faces are like, "Oh, that hit Alvatross's car." And I just, what am I going to do? I just busted up laughing. What am I going to do?
Well, not a lot after it hit.
No! I'm not going to be able to do anything. It hit my hood. I mean, I wiped it off. There's a little bit of a scratch. Oh, well, nothing I can do. But anyways, enough about me.
Mm-hmm.
What are Juhadre's top 5?
Juhadre's top 5s of 2019. I do have to say, I was commissioned to go to Los Angeles to cast for the Pac E.
Not what I was expecting you to say first, but okay.
That one was a really big one. It was a leap in my casting career that no longer exists because I manage a team, which is probably number 2. The opportunity to work for and with Rated R Esports has been very, very cool.
Yeah, I put that on with my podcast because it's been interesting.
Yeah, and see, this is involved in it because
Because you did say working with Rated R.
Yeah, working with...
I didn't specifically say that, but when I said podcast, I meant working with Rated R too. So I want to clarify on...
That's cool.
Okay, but you're okay. That's 2 for you. Number 3?
Number 3... Well, nothing exciting happened at work. Nothing really...
Really?
Not really for me.
Okay.
I mean... I'm trying to think. No, nothing.
No, probably not for you. It's
nothing special happened at work.
You're kind of capped where you're at.
Just about, yeah. I mean, the only thing I can do is either accept a leadership position,
which you've basically flipped off many times.
Well, yeah, because I have this other esports career that I'm trying to launch. I can't give more time than I already do to my day job. I'm giving it 100%.
We usually give it about 150% because we got to go back in after work.
That's true.
Anyways, enough talk about that job. I'm not there right now. Damn.
So nothing in that.
Just shut this off.
Yeah, you probably did. I did my kitchen. I redid my kitchen.
That's the one I was thinking of.
So that I'm gonna admit something here. Yes, that is an important thing to me because I hated the other floor. But I get zero personal satisfaction from accomplishing projects like that.
It's so weird because I'm completely the opposite. If I would have done a kitchen floor, I'd been so proud. I'm like, look at this. I did this. I did this. I mean, I even bought a new drill to help you out with your new floor.
Yes, and that drill was very useful, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I remember your wife. Why does he need one? Why do you not need one?
See, we thought we had one. We won a new set of DeWalt from the company Christmas party last year, but...
That bag was empty.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We left the garage open one night.
Oh, yeah, somebody swiped it.
Yeah.
I knew what all was in that.
Yeah.
There was no drill in it.
There wasn't a drill?
No, it had the set of 3 pliers, the screwdriver, and the giant channel locks, and a DeWalt 25-foot tape measure, and a level. That was it.
Oh.
I'm the one that put it together.
Yeah.
And then I didn't win it.
Check your attitude now.
I'm still smiling. I still get to use all the tools.
Yeah. But so I mean, that's 3 there.
That's 3.
Wow. My year has been pretty focused on those things.
Which is nice. Did you just want to do Juhadre top 3 then?
No, because going to San Diego was a really big deal for me as well.
Okay.
So that's the 2 trips to California I did. They were completely unrelated, and they were completely amazing.
You were the only one to touch the rock.
Yeah, I was the only one to touch the rock.
Blaine and I freaked out, okay? It was cold. We couldn't touch the bottom. We didn't know what was going on. We flipped out.
Right. And you know what? That would have happened my first time too. But I've been to the...
Dude, I was like... Dude, my nuts looked like I was in pre-puberty. I was cold.
Well played. Well played.
Oh, man. Okay, that's 4. Okay, you made it to San Diego at the end of the year.
You know what? I think that the next one is I got to really work on my relationship with my nieces and nephews.
Oh, man, I was going to give you your 5th one.
Turducken. The turducken was amazing. I'll actually... Well, shoot.
Okay, top 6 for Juhadre.
That's not fair.
It's fair.
So the San Diego trip with the turducken, it's been...
that was all one like giant like idea because that was.
That's what I'm gonna say. Is it was a redemption from the rest of the year being away from my friends, and we got to do 2 amazing things to kind of repair.
We miss you, you bastard.
I know. And so repairing those bridges that I had burned down personally, I think
they weren't burned.
Maybe not, but I had started it, and you guys stepped on it.
We're not leaving you.
You won't let me leave either.
No, anyway, man, you tried leaving, and I just got sucked into Rated R with you.
Number 5 is that relationship I have been able to garner with my nieces and nephews.
Because family's very important.
It really is, and that same busyness that has kept me...
You're not going to cry, are you?
I'm not going to cry, no.
Okay.
That same busyness and occupation that kept me away from my friends kept me distant from my nieces and nephews, and throughout this particular year... the times I did take every Sunday and a couple of days in between, I am the Uncle Yikes. I'm the Uncle Juhadre.
That's 2 names we need to bleep out now.
Did we do another name?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll hear it when I go through. But yeah, that's in fact one of my nieces, we had her over, and my wife said, "Will you hand these to Juhadre?" And she kind of gave her a crusty look and said, "Uncle Juhadre."
It's so weird, bro. Oh man,
it sounds very, very weird.
It's weird because like I can see you like I'm gonna say it, and boom.
Yeah. So, but one of my other nieces, we played football in our Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah, that's actually a family tradition for you guys.
Yeah. So we didn't do the regular game. Yeah. But we met the Sunday before, and we played it in my parents' basement because it snowed on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there's snow on Thanksgiving, and it is like 40 degrees out here now. Yeah. Christmas is next week. And thank you, Santa Claus.
Because it's his fault for sure. But anyway, I took the nieces and nephews downstairs, and I had like 6 yards of field, and I just said, "All right, I'm going to take the ball, and I'm going to try and touch the beanbag over there. Ready, hike!" And they tackled me. And then it was the other way. We gave them the ball, and I said, "Okay, you have to get to that beanbag and hike." And, we tackled and wrestled. And apparently a week later, my youngest niece was like, "I want to play football with Uncle Juhadre." And I was like, "Oh!"
Yeah, actually, I went to pick up my son from my in-laws because they are who's watching him now. And I get despite everything that everybody thinks about my in-laws, they're actually pretty good people. Mm-hmm. We just had to get past the whole judgment and fighting part. But anyways, we're on good terms. They're good. But my niece from my wife's second oldest sister, she comes upstairs and she looks at me, says, "Oh, I missed you." Just gives me this hug and then just walks downstairs. And that's the first time she's ever given me any attention whatsoever. Oh. Like 2 years ago, I was like, "Hey, if you open that door for me, I'll give you $5. And she looked at me, and I'm pretty sure if she knew how to flip somebody off, she would have flipped me off. Because then she went back to her iPad, and I was like, "Well, okay, well, fine then. $5 for me." But it was awesome. So families are important. So I get what you're saying there. Like,
so those are my 5.
That's awesome, man. Okay, so you had let's rename them. Let's see if I can figure them out. Okay, I know one of them was Okay, your nieces and nephews. Then the holiday season with reconnecting with your friends through the San Diego trip and that. You did put your kitchen on there because it finally got out of the way. That should have been done a long time ago.
I should have.
You're just not motivated to do that kind of stuff.
Well, I didn't have the time.
You did.
I didn't. I promise I didn't.
A lot of other people in the world, including your wife, would completely disagree. But that's a different story. Don't worry about it. You kind of pushed it off because you didn't want to do it.
Yeah, because I was busy. Moving on.
Making yourself busy.
Moving on.
But anyways, that wasn't anything at work, but you had Rated R Esports with all that, as well as the podcast, and then you said casting in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because you got to go to LA to do that. Yes, I remembered all of them. Ha! I was trying to remember the first one, that's why I went backwards.
It's so much better than when we were doing the
top 3 and we couldn't even remember.
Yeah, it was only 3. Like, the top 3 takeaways of that episode, we couldn't remember them.
Which is funny, because I've got a really good memory. But then I don't at the same time.
See, I have a good long-term memory where I remember stuff from way far back, but recent things just don't stick.
That's fine.
Is it, though?
Doesn't bother me.
All right. But how do you say that? Many thanks to you, Alvatross, for making this podcast so much fun.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually happy that we're doing this together. It's again, I'm going to go back to it. It's funny how many things you and I do together, and our relationship is fine.
You said do.
I did say do.
You're right.
But yeah, no, it's been an interesting journey, and I can't wait to see where Season 2 actually takes us.
Speaking of Season 2, we will see you at Season 2 after a quick little last episode next week of Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for
Final
2019.
episode, next episode of Season 1.